What's good? This your boy Tad Money, and I'm gonna talk about the pothead path, the path of Bud Green and Dark Bud Green Magic, and the way that it fits in this form. Now, the pothead path is a magical path. There's many paths that I created that almost represent every single thing on this earth. And the pothead path is simply the path that I'm gonna fully embrace. I mean, I am going to practice left-hand path esoteric philosophy in ways, but only in a symbology way, but also involve cannabis use to it. Now, cannabis use can help you open you up to the spirit realm and everything else. Even street preachers that are Jesus freaks literally just preach that all the time. It opens you up to the spirit realm and everything else. So what I'm really trying to say though is that the pothead path, the path of Bud Green and Dark Bud Green Magic, is similar to the left hand, right hand path, but this is a one path thing. Now, what it mean by Bud Green and Dark Bud Green? Well, the Bud Green is the light side, and Dark Bud Green is the dark side. So it's a good side of cannabis and a dark side of cannabis by way of its effects and how it reached people. So the piehead path is simply what I created. I created many other paths, but I might as well get glory from the piehead path because first of all, my ego is a weed junkie. I consume cannabis almost on a daily basis, almost every day. And to me, it helps me a lot. It helps me from not killing myself and everything else. And not only that, but I'm being forced taking medication in front of my mom and shit. I mean, she forced me to take medication and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? But the pothead path, the path of Bud Green and Dark Bud Green Magic, the checkerboard where the Freemason use, and also it's going to be on a high society, which is similar to secret societies, but I call it high societies because in these high societies, there's going to be similar societies than secret societies. Like for example, you got Freemasonry, right? But also it's going to be creation of weed masonry, Pominali. Yeah, you can find. And also I've done shows on this, and you can go through my YouTube or through Speaker. The find these shows is it's called Weed Masonry. You will see the full name of the secret society on the video title, and also you will see the first name. But the first name of it is what I put into my way of life. But when it comes down to weed masonry, it's all about building hip, like how Freemasons all about building stones. I think it's all about with hemp within, but also deep into esoteric philosophy within the use of the magical herb of cannabis. So when it comes to the piehead path, it's really the definite path. And also, let me get back to the checkerboard. The checkerboard, has like black and white. Well, those represent black and white magic that Freemasons and secret societies embrace. But when it comes down to the high societies and these cannabis societies, that's going to come into existence. It's going to come into existence in the form of the ganja empire or the ganja age, as I put it. Now, the ganja age is going to come in a postmodern era. But I'm sick and tired here conspiracy theorists talking about it's going to be the end of the world, and I don't know if the world is coming to an end. I don't know if we're gonna go through World War III or get in a war or such. But I know for a fact that the ganja age will come into existence. Canada's finna legalize cannabis next year, and it's finna be off the hook. So what I'm really trying to say though is that like you had a checkerboard, right? So when it comes to weed masonry, we'll have a checkerboard that's Bud Green and Dark Bud Green. Now, I'm talking about the actual color. I can show you the actual color, but it's in this color astrology book, and my phone's not good enough. I got hold the phone on my hand and shit. But it's really green though. It's basically green, and Dark Bud Green is dark green. It just got a different name title onto it. There's many colors I create that are the same colors but with different names on it to separate. Just how you got Japanese and Chinese or any other nationality that's separated, that's different from other races. Even Aborigines and Africans are two different people, but got the same color tone. That's the same thing with the color sorcery. You got the same color but different paths behind it. So when it comes to the pothead path, what I'm saying, it will come into existence once the cannabis government come to existence. And I believe that the cannabis will have its own form of government. The reason why I say that cannabis is going to have its own form of government because it's plant had been demonized for so damn long, and it helped people with seizures. And there's a lot of kids that died that had seizures and shit that the been need a cannabis with CBD in it. And you know what I'm saying, like for like all the lives that we lost with people who was mentally ill, even PTSD, even when veterans feel like suicidal, having nightmares of what they did out in wars and shit, but still keeping the Schedule 1 and stuff like that. The cannabis government is going to get cannabis out of the scheduled drug list. It's a herb, not really a drug, but it's a magical herb. It's a mystical herb. You know, I'm a ganja mystic, you know what I'm saying? And for me being a ganja mystic, I do follow the pothead path because it fits my ego, it fits my personality, and it fits my junkiness, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what I am. I'm a weed junkie, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm supposed to be. So black magic, I'm always going to be about black magic, but when it really comes down to it, though, I'm really about the dark bud green magic. Dark bud green is similar to black magic, but it's with cannabis involved into it. You know what I'm saying? Like with black magic, you know what I'm saying, you could do it without, you know what I'm saying, without having no cannabis involved, but it's always got to be a path out there that strictly have one drug use, and not only cannabis, but you got other paths. And also it's going to be a series. This is the beginning of the series. I got not only the pothead path, but I also got other paths for other drugs as well. So when it comes to bud green magic, it's just a magical use of cannabis, having out-of-body experiences with high doses of edibles with milligrams to up to 500 or even 300, and really just up there having, you know, because when it comes to a powerful edible, it can give you an overdose and a near-death experience, but you can easily exit out of your body. It's also good use for yoga and meditation, especially vape pens. They are good use for yoga meditation. So there's a lot of things behind the whole cannabis philosophy and the ganja empire. And to me, I'm explaining that during these series of me explaining that. And as you can see, I got my marijuana glasses and shit, and these are my favorite glasses. I'm glad I never broke in them, because usually I get my glasses broke, but I take good care of these and I don't wear them often. But what I really want to say though is that I'm part of that pothead path, which is the path of bud green and dark bud green magic. And it's all about the magical uses, the ritualistic, and the worship of the cannabis plant. And that's what it really is based upon. Worship the plant, embrace its magical powers and its mystical meanings and knowledge. And that's what the pothead path is. It's all about embracing the cannabis culture, but becoming a cannabian. A cannabian is a cannabis human. A human that's body filled with cannabinoids and enhanced with cannabinoids. So a cannabian, I'm going to come out with a vlog about that. And also I'm going to come out with a vlog talking about the cannabis government and how it will operate and how it would dominate America, Canada, and Mexico, and even around the world. You know what I'm saying? Definitely in South America too. That this cannabis empire is going to be the beginning of a postmodern age, which I call the ganja age. It's going to be the beginning of it, the mid of it, and the late of it. But really, ganja is going to be around forever because we can change. We're going to change it into colors, and also we can make cannabis into a form of heroin or a powerful THC that can reduce methamphetamine withdrawal and stuff, and also a heroin withdrawal where you can find something to inject cannabis into you. So just think about that. You know what I'm saying? Scientists are capable of making a cannabis a universal drug that can be in every shape or form of being that can fit with every single drug that we have in this world, like PCP, everything else. I also believe mixing with cannabis with hallucinogens, and I think that's the best thing too, is to mix cannabis with hallucinogens to get that positive psychedelic experience. I'm all about New Age philosophy, esoteric, but I'm really about ganja philosophy, and it fits right well to the mystic philosophy and things. So when it comes down to the magical paths of sorcery magic, I represent the pothead path. I do promote dark gray crying hand path in my music, which is dark gray magic. I was gonna do my color sorcery, but I realized my phone cannot pick up the picture full of colors on my computer. So what I'm gonna do is use my computer and record myself on the computer and go through the thing and show all the listed colors I can go through and show you. But you know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be a while though, because I don't know how to update this shit right now. But this your boy Tad Money, man. So the pothead path is the path that I'm gonna represent and bring into existence, and many other drug paths as well. But it's gonna be represented by those who use them type of drugs and represent them drugs. So when it comes down to creating these magical paths or these magical religions or cults, it's because to make things open enough and useful enough that people got the right to do whatever the hell they want to do, including using any drug they desire to use, any drug they choose. So that's what I'm all about. You know what I'm saying? I'm a pothead, and I'm part of the pothead path, and I'm part of the dark side, which is dark bud green magic. Make sure you go through my YouTube videos and find the high societies that I have within my channel, and explain about the whole mimicking of the high societies with secret societies and stuff like weed masonry, pop manali, ganjays, the Mary Janes, and the Ganja Bergs. I mean, you will find them in my video channel and also on speaker. So this your boy Tad Money Man. It's hot as hell right now. It's the weekend, and also this is the beginning of this series. I might record it during a weekday to explain this. But yeah, the Pothead path is a magical path with two light and dark cannabis magical colors in it, which is bud green and dark bud green magic, and that's what I represent. That's what I'm proud of. So this your boy Tad Money. I'm the weed junkie forever, and peace out. You know what I'm saying? One.